Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you all the things that I bought in the month of July. This is all the makeup that I bought last month. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to show you all that I got. So let's get right into this video. So if you haven't been on my channel before, my name is Marley and I love making YouTube videos about makeup and beauty. I love trying out new makeup. I love trying out new releases. But I also am really into using the things that I already own and being a bit conscious about my consumption. So if that sounds good to you, then don't forget to subscribe. I usually upload about 3 videos a week and I would love to see you again on my channel. So this month I actually didn't buy a ton. I still bought quite a few things, but it isn't like crazy. I didn't buy a crazy amount of makeup. And I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. So the first things that I actually got are from Kiko Milano. They have a sale pretty often, especially in like late summer and I believe in like the spring, and they have pretty like good discounts on their products and also on their limited editions. So if you ever are interested in a limited edition by Kiko but you think it's a little bit expensive, sometimes their products can be a little bit on the expensive side, they will probably go on sale. Sometimes they have like 30% off, sometimes 50, sometimes even 70, so just keep an eye on that. So there were some products where I did that, where I thought I would like to have those, but I don't really need them right now. I don't actually really need them, but I would just like to have them. So I just waited for some things at Kiko to go on sale, and then I went to the store and got these things. So first up I got the Dolce Diva Glam Cushion Highlighter in shade 03. I already reviewed the 2 other shades and I was really into those, really liked them. So I was like, let's go for the 3rd shade as well. This is more of a bronzy color, a little bit more of a warm shade. So I was thinking I could also use this kind of like a blush, but it would be a little bit more on the nude side, and I also could kind of mix this with other blushes to kind of get more of a bronzy effect. So I already know that I really like this formula. I already knew that, but I just wanted to have all the shades. Also because this was just really affordable on sale. I believe it was like €9 or something like that. So I thought it would be worth it to grab another one of the formula that I really like. I gave these like a really glowing review. I thought these were amazing. So I haven't tried this one yet. I haven't really reached for this one yet, but I am planning to do that very soon. I was first testing out a lot of different products for last month, and so I just wanted to focus on some other things first before I actually moved on to these new products. So a lot of these I actually haven't tried yet, but I'm really excited to actually try this one. I will just show you real quickly in case you haven't seen this type of product just yet. It's like this tube. It looks kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury ones. It has like the fluffy sponge applicator that you use to apply it with, and it's just like a brownie bronzy shade. And one other thing I also got in the Kiko Milano sale is actually one of their Mood Boost eyeshadow palettes. I recently tried one of the Kiko Milano eyeshadow palettes from the Fruit Explosion line, and that's like one of the most disappointing products I tried this year. I didn't like it at all. It was just really bad, really. I hated the pigmentation, I hated the looks I did, I thought that the shimmers were so dry, so I didn't really get on with that one. But I had heard pretty good things about this particular eyeshadow formula and I didn't want to give up yet. I still felt like Kiko could do it, they could prove themselves to me, so I just needed to know. I wanted to know if there were some other eyeshadow formulas by Kiko that I would like, because I actually got that Fruit Explosion palette because I had heard good things about the eyeshadow formula, but apparently that isn't one of the good ones. So I got this one. This is the Mood Boost eyeshadow palette in 01 Dive in colors, and this is a really beautiful kind of warm reddish palette with a bit of a reddish shimmer over here that can make the overall look a little bit more on the red side. You can also make it a little bit more like warm nude peachy when you go for this shimmer and combine it with these 2 shades. I did 2 looks with this one already and I really liked it. I think the pigmentation in this palette is so much better than the Fruit Explosion one. I really like the mattes in here, really like the colors. The shimmers are really creamy and pigmented. I'm just really impressed with this palette, and I just found myself wanting to reach for it. So I'm guessing that there's just this certain type of packaging that Kiko does where they do the good formula, and then the other like round packaging where they don't have a really great formula. Usually Kiko does similar types of products and similar types of packaging. So if you have tried a certain product in a certain type of packaging, it will most likely be released again, but just a little bit different. So they've proven that they can do it. They have convinced me that they can do eyeshadow, but I'm just gonna steer clear of that other round packaging. I'm just not gonna try it anymore, but I did really like this one. Then I actually have quite a random purchase. I was in Germany on vacation, and when I do that, when I'm in Germany, it had been a while, but when I'm in Germany, I usually go to like the drugstore there and just like snoop around a little bit, because they have a lot more than they do here in the Netherlands, and they also have it for much cheaper. So I'm always curious to see what they have, if there's something that I haven't seen yet. And what I eventually got is this Maybelline Cheek Heat Super Gel Cream Blush in the shade 20 Rose Flesh. I hadn't heard of these, but I believe these have been around. I just wasn't aware, but I was just kind of like swatching these and I thought it looked pretty nice. And I'm just into creams right now. I want to try some different things, and I don't know, it's a little bit of a random purchase, but I was just swatching these and I was just looking a bit more closely, and I don't think I've seen this in real life before, and I just liked the way it looked, so I went for this one. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, still have to try it. I can't really tell you if I like it, but I'm pretty curious, and it was pretty affordable. It was like €6, so that's what I got there. Then I also have another kind of random drugstore purchase. This eyeshadow by Essence in the shade Morning Glory. This was on sale. I saw it. I was like, I like other single metallic eyeshadows by Essence, so why not try this one if I can get it for like €1. I don't remember exactly what it cost, but it wasn't much. So this is kind of like a bronzy shade. It has a little bit of rosiness in there as well. And this is a really beautiful metallic formula, very pigmented. It doesn't have a lot of texture. It's just really nice and creamy. I did a look with this already and I really liked it. Essence just does these little single metallic eyeshadows very well. I don't know what they do, but it's so good. They do it so well. I have this eyeshadow that I always use. I believe it's called Fairy Tale. And I really like that one. That's a bit more on the cool toned taupey purpley side. This one is a bit more bronzy, but I really like this one. A really good, nice quality eyeshadow. And I think it's just easy to add this to like neutral looks. I also made an order from Colourpop last month. I believe they had like 30% off. They had a sale. And I had been eyeing a few things from Colourpop for quite some time, but I didn't really know what to do, because every time they had a sale, I didn't have enough to get free shipping. And I don't want to buy things just to get free shipping. I don't really want to add things to my life, like add more products to my life that I don't need just to pay less money for shipping. But I also couldn't really get it below the amount to not have to pay any extra taxes, although that's not relevant anymore because the rules for the taxes have changed when it comes to getting your products from outside of the EU into the EU. So I decided in the end to just go for it and just pay for the shipping, just pay for the taxes and just get the things that I really want. It's sometimes you just have to accept that it's better to not bring things in your life that you don't need than to just save a little bit of money on like shipping or taxes. Sometimes it's better to pay for shipping and realize that that means that you don't bring unnecessary amounts of stuff into your life. I feel like sometimes I'm just so opposed to paying shipping, but sometimes it's the better option to just pay for shipping. Just imagine you just want €40 of stuff, and that will mean that you pay €5 for shipping, but when you spend €80 you can get free shipping, so then you spend €80 instead of €45. That's a lot of extra money, and if you do that every time, that really adds up. And I just have to remember that sometimes that free shipping isn't everything and that it's okay to spend some money on shipping sometime. Sorry for this rant. I was just thinking about it, and this is just what this Colourpop order kind of made me realize, or what I realized before I actually made this order. Sometimes I just really am blinded by the option to have free shipping, and then I buy things that I don't need. So what I ended up getting from Colourpop, first up I got the Taupe eyeshadow palette. I had been thinking about getting this one for such a long time, for a really long time. When this first came out, I was just like, I don't use cool tones that much. And I felt like I had enough cool tones. I didn't really feel like I really needed this. And I just kept thinking about it, kept hearing good stories about this palette, like people who really liked it. And I was just like thinking I didn't need it, but also thinking maybe I will use it a lot. People said it was better than Going Coconuts, and that's like one of my favorite Colourpop palettes. So I was really on the fence about this one for so long. But in the end I just decided, if I keep thinking about it, if I keep just wanting it and I don't forget about it, and every time someone talks about it in a video, I'm like, I kind of want it. Maybe it's time to just go and try it. When I forget about something after a bit, then I know it's okay that I didn't get it. But I didn't forget about this one, and I started feeling more and more like I could add some cool tones to my collection, and that I would have a place for that in my collection. And I didn't have that much cool tones that were not like purple leaning. So I just wanted to have a palette that had cool tones that weren't really like super rosy or mauvey or purpley, just really neutral and soft. So I ended up going with this one. And I also think I ended up going with this one because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on cool tones that I'm not gonna wear every day maybe. But I did feel like I could spend 15 euros to just have the extra option in my life. Now that I'm talking about it, I do feel like I'm kind of making excuses why I bought this, but it was like a little bit of a complicated process. First I said that I didn't need it, then I started feeling more and more like I did kind of need it, but of course you never really need anything. I think I'm just gonna stop talking about this palette. I think you get it. So I actually also bought another palette from Colourpop, and that one is the Wine and Only eyeshadow palette. I really liked the look of this one when it first came out, and I also heard a lot of people say that this is really good. It is great quality. Also, of course, my sister got it and swatched it, and I loved how the swatches looked. Of course, that's always what happens with me and Colourpop. When she orders something, I kind of feel like I need to have it when she swatches it. But I didn't get it because I don't really know why I didn't get it right away. I think I didn't really feel like making a Colourpop order, but then it became like spring and summer, and I just felt like I wasn't gonna wear these types of shades. But now we're heading into August. Autumn is right around the corner. So I thought, you know what? I have been wanting this palette for such a long time. And I just think it's time to finally get it. And I just think I'm really gonna like this. I like these types of kind of reddy wine tones that are a little bit subdued. I think that looks really great in like autumn. I love to wear these types of shades in that time of year, so that's why I got it. I thought it was finally time. And the last thing I got is actually this Colourpop Super Shock blush in the shade, I really don't know how you would pronounce this, Voile? I guess it's something like that. So I've been getting into creams, and I've also really been into glowy cheek products, and I've been hearing really great things about the Super Shock blush and highlight formula. I tried the highlight one time, but it was just too icy for me. I didn't like it, and from that moment on I was kind of like, I don't know if the Super Shock formula is something for me, but my tastes have been changing. I've really been trying some different types of formulas for my cheeks. So I was like, you know what? Let me just try it. Let me just try one and see how I feel. It was on sale, so I was like, I just need to know. I just need to know if this formula is something for me. So I actually got this kind of bronzy shade. I wasn't entirely sure what this would look like. And when I opened it, it wasn't like exactly what I expected, but I did use it one time and I really liked how this looked on my cheeks. It's just a nice glow. I did feel like I saw some visible like shimmer particles here and there, but I don't mind it that much. I thought it was gonna be too deep for me, but I felt like at least the first time that I tried it, that it worked pretty well. It's kind of like a soft bronzy touch. I just use it to get like that bronzy look without it looking really blushy. It almost feels a little bit like a bronzer topper. Sometimes I just really go for that bronzy look nowadays and don't really add like a really pinky blush. So for that I felt like this worked really well, but of course I have to try it out a little bit more. Then as you might know, I had been waiting for the new Glamlite palettes to come to the Netherlands. There's this web shop in the Netherlands that carries Glamlite and I always wait for them to get stuff because ordering Glamlite is just a bit too expensive for me if I know that if I wait a month or two I can get it for much cheaper just in the Netherlands without any extra crazy shipping or crazy taxes. So I waited for that, and a few weeks ago this actually came to the Netherlands, the Glamlite Red Velvet Cupcake palette. So I ordered it right away when I saw it because I was just so excited about this one. I was just really waiting for this one. So this has the cutest packaging with the red velvet cupcake, and then we have the inside. I already did a video with this one, did a look with purple and red. I also did more of a neutrally look, and today I'm also wearing this palette. I'm kind of wearing the soft lilac-y shades, and this shade over here, this lilac one, looks so good on the eye. It's just very nice and textured and very impactful. I really was impressed when I applied this. So I've been really into this palette, been using it, and I just think it's really nice so far. Really been enjoying it. And in that order I also got this Glamlite Icing eye base, and I've been using this and trying this, and I have mixed feelings. The first time that I tried it, my eyeshadow stayed on perfectly. The second and third time that I tried it, it creased very easily. Now I'm a bit scared to use it again, but I've been thinking that probably I can make this work if I just use a little bit, just a little amount. I think the second and third time that I've used it, I just applied too much. So I have to try it again, but I'm kind of scared that my eyeshadow will crease again. So I'm still testing this out. I'm gonna test it more. I'm gonna try that, but I just have to like choose the day that I'm actually gonna do that, and that I actually don't have to be anywhere important, or I'm trying out new eyeshadow so that it isn't like terrible if it creases. But I still haven't like fully made up my mind about this one. Then the last thing that I actually bought last month is two Honest blushes, Honest Beauty. In the Netherlands we have this like shop and web shop that's called Douglas, and there they have a shopping night once every few weeks. Sometimes they don't have it for a while and then they have it again, but then they have 25% off a lot of their products. And I had been eyeing these blushes for a really long time. But especially with this cream blush, I always just felt like I didn't need it because I wasn't that much into cream. And I was like, what if I buy this cream blush and I don't even use it? So I had this on my list for a long time, but I didn't buy it because I didn't know if I was into creams. This is a Creme cheek blush in rose pink, and you might know that Tati always raves about this blush, and I was always interested because of her, and now I finally got it because I was like, I like creams, so there's a big chance that I'm also gonna like this. Let's finally try this out. And I'd also been eyeing this other blush by them. And this is a lid powder blush in the shade Flirty. And this is kind of like a warm pink glowy blush. Let me see if I can open it. This is what that blush looks like. This is just a glowy powder blush. And I have used this one. This one, I felt like it was pretty like soft. Not a lot of pigmentation, not a lot of impact. But I definitely have to try it more. I did think it looked pretty, but it wasn't something that really like blew my mind. The effect wasn't really anything special. But I just really wanted to try this one out. This cream blush I still have to try. I'm gonna do that very soon, hopefully, probably. And I do like how this color looks. It's quite warm though. It looks quite warm. I wouldn't even call this a pink almost. It's like a really kind of rosy. It's kind of like a warm brown with a slight hint of rose in there. Pretty interested to test this one out. I just really want to see what the hype is about with that one for sure. So that was actually everything I bought in the month of July. Let me know in the comments if there's anything here that you'd be really interested in, that you'd maybe want to see in a video. I always like to know what you think and what you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. And then I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye!